Hey, kia ora. Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Surprise in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling day. Welcome to Before the Dirt Nap podcast number 1768. That one off. Rear Window 1954. So last night we watched Rear Window with James Stewart and Grace Kelly and Thelma Ritter. Thelma played the nurse that comes in each day, and of course she was a key role in that as well. What I found interesting was that I love this movie. I have seen this movie quite a few times. It has been a few years since I last saw it. The last time I saw it, it was with Brad. So he's been gone almost 7 years. So it's been, it was longer than that. Probably been about 8 or 9 years since I last saw it. But what I love about this movie is that, yes, it takes place in this apartment building, and this guy's got his leg in this huge cast from being broken from standing in the middle of a racetrack or something to capture some photograph. You find that right out at the beginning. He's a photographer. James Stewart's character is a photographer. So what I love about this movie is, even though it basically takes place in this little apartment building, the cool part is that there's a lot of little sub-stories that are going on around the place. So you got James Stewart, who plays Albie Jefferson. And then you've got Grace Kelly, who plays his girlfriend, Lisa Fremont. And then you've got Thelma Ritter, who plays Stella. And Stella is the nurse that comes and visits him every day and gives him his massages and that sort of thing. So it's pretty cool. And, what the heck is going on here? Hang on, something weird just flashed up on my screen. Not sure what was going on. It starts out with Jefferson sees this stuff going on, sees this guy across the way who's him and his wife live there. His wife is in bed, basically sits in bed, and everybody's got these big picture windows, and they all overlook this courtyard area. And there's this guy who's played by Raymond Burr, and his wife is bedridden, basically. And you can see into her bedroom. You can see her sitting in the bed. You can see him come in and talk to her. You can see him go out into the lounge area and do whatever he does out there. Then up above him, there's a couple there that have this little dog. And when the dog needs to go to the bathroom, she goes out on the balcony, fire escape, whichever, puts him in a little basket and lowers it down so it comes down onto the steps that lead up to where the first couple's places, and the dog goes and does his thing and then hops back in the basket and she pulls him back up again. So there's that story going on with the one with the dog. Then there's Miss Lonely Hearts, and she's always sitting there writing letters and everything. Then you've got the composer, who is everybody hears him playing the piano, and it's another one that has a really good music in the background that goes on and as well. And he's always composing music. And it doesn't quite go right, and he has a little dinner party one night, and then there's the ballerina, the dancer. She's always stretching and doing her ballet and all of that sort of thing. And then there's the couple who always sleep because of the heat. This couple sleeps out on their balcony in the evenings because of the heat until they got rained out one night. That was quite funny watching them put that back together. There's all these little stories going on. Let's see. Oh, and then there's the newlyweds show up. Let's see. I think I got everybody. Couple with the dog, the ballet dancer, the composer, the Lonely Hearts, old couple on the balcony, the newlyweds. Yes, the newlyweds. The poor husband comes out and opens up the blinds and opens up the window, and he seems with his head out there and he's having a cigarette as he's leaning out the window, and she's busy calling him back into the bedroom again. So yes, they had a very lively wedding night, I guess. But yeah, it's just a really cool story about how he figures out this guy across the way, who's played by Raymond Burr, could maybe killed his wife. And they think he's buried something in the garden. So they go to check it out to find out that there's nothing there, because the dog keeps going to this little corner of the garden and digging up around this area. And this guy comes out and chases the dog away and says, doesn't like the dog digging up in this area. And it's just a really cool story, and about how somebody who has to sit all day in a wheelchair with his leg and his whole leg, from his hip all the way down, because he's got this plaster cast that comes up to kind of like his hip, all the way down his leg, including his foot. It's just encased in plaster, and just has to sit there and just watch what's going on. He can't really get up and walk anywhere. And he has Stella comes in and gives him massages every morning and gets some stuff for him. Then his girlfriend comes over and visit, and Grace Kelly is awesome in this. I have to say, she is awesome. She turns up in this dress one day, and he sort of like makes some comment about the dress, and she goes, "Oh, do you like it?" She says, "It's $1,100 this dress," and I'm like, "Hang on, this movie was done in 1954, and that's an $1,100 dress? Wow!" In 1954, and I just thought of it now. I didn't go and look to see what that would have been worth today, but she was wearing an $1,100 dress, and she says, even if I wasn't modeling it and working for the company and anything, I would still spend the $1,100 on it just for the experience. But I love this movie. I love all the little subplots that are going on all over the place, and he looks out the window, and the camera moves to where his head moves so that you can see what's going on in the different windows in the different apartments and everything else. It's just a really cool story, and what happens when your imagination gets the better of you and things like that. And of course, being Alfred Hitchcock, there's a few little twists and turns in there as well. But I really like this movie. It's been a while since I had seen it, so I'd forgotten some of what had happened. I mean, it's been 8 years at least, maybe longer. So I really enjoyed reconnecting with this movie. I really loved it. The acting's really good. And I love James Stewart. Just the theory that he goes through and how he convinces Stella and Lisa that he's on the right track with his theory. That was kind of interesting, trying to convince them. So that was last night's movie, and tonight I've actually thought about this because I've got up until Thursday night scheduled now. So let's see. So we did Gone with the Wind on the first, on the second, which was yesterday, did Rear Window. Tonight we're doing Sorry Wrong Number, which was 1948. And then tomorrow night we're going to do An Affair to Remember. And then on Thursday is The Longest Day, because that's the movie about the landing at Normandy, landings at Normandy, and that'll be the 80th anniversary of that occurring on Thursday. So tonight we're watching Sorry Wrong Number with Barbara Stanwyck and Burt Lancaster. This movie came out in 1948. It kind of has I have a feeling I have seen this one before. Because when I was reading what it was about, I thought, oh, maybe this is the one because I know that there's one that I have seen where this woman, it might be Dial M for Murder that she's in, that one is. But there's this, and this one's in black and white, so it's going to be really cool. It's got Burt Lancaster and Barbara Stanwyck in it. And the description on IMDb says, while on the telephone, an invalid woman overhears what she thinks is a murder plot and attempts to prevent it. So now she's got to find out who is planning this murder, and how can she prevent it. And I'm trying to remember if this is the one I think it is. There's one I saw years ago, but I have a feeling it's not the right one, because I had a feeling the main character in this one was blind, not an invalid, but blind. And of course she's in her apartment, and these people come into her apartment because she's found out about this. Whether it's this one or not, I don't know. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. But when I read the thing, is this the one I'm trying to remember? And there's an old black and white movie I saw years ago. That might be Dial M for Murder, and that one's coming up at some point this month. But so I'm curious to see Sorry Wrong Number. Little fact I found out about Thelma Ritter, because I saw the last name Ritter, and I thought, oh, is she any relation to John Ritter, the actor? And so I went and had a look, and no, she only had one child that had the last name Moran. But what I did find out in the trivia area on IMDb about Thelma is that she has been nominated 6 times. She was nominated 6 times for an Academy Award in the supporting actress as a supporting actress. She equals who was it she equaled? Hang on, I got to go back and where did I put it? I got to find the right thingamabob here. She held that record with so she's one of 6 people. It's not one of 6 people. She is Deborah Kerr. So Deborah, so Thelma Ritter, who played Stella in Rear Window, has the distinction of being nominated 6 times without ever winning the Oscar statue. Her 6 nominations were in supporting roles, a record number that still stands in that category. And Deborah Kerr also had 6 nominations, but she was in the leading actress role, in leading roles, and she also had never won a statue either. Now, here is something interesting. They say here in IMDb, as of 2021, Glenn Close has been nominated 8 times, 4 in leading roles and 4 in supporting roles, and still has not won an Oscar. That was in 2021. So I'm trying to remember if she might have won one since then, but I don't think she has. No, it still says here on our IMDb profile that 8-time Academy Award nominated actress. So yeah. So even though she's been nominated 6 times, she's got 4 in supporting roles and 4 in leading roles, whereas Thelma Ritter is 6 in leading roles and Deborah Kerr is 6 in supporting roles, and Deborah Kerr is 6 in leading roles. So I thought, isn't that an unusual thing to keep track of? But I thought it was an interesting little thing. Anyway, so tonight we're watching, like I said, we're watching Sorry Wrong Number, and I'm hoping I'm looking forward to seeing if it's the one I remember it is, or if it's the Dial M for Murder, which is also an Alfred Hitchcock movie, which is another one that Grace Kelly was in. Oh no, I've just said, look at the description for Dial M for Murder. It says a former tennis star arranges the murder of his adulterous wife. Oh, that's another one I can add to the list. Hang on, I've got to put this one down. Strangers on the Train. I have to remember, I have to have a look up and see when it was recorded, that one. So yeah, so I'm curious to see if the one tonight, Sorry Wrong Number, is the one that I am thinking of that I saw years ago. Only the once, but it was a really good movie, a very good thriller. It was not an Alfred Hitchcock movie, but I seem to recall it has that feel to it, even though it's not an Alfred Hitchcock movie. But so I'm looking forward to seeing that one. It came out in 1948, and like I said, with Barbara Stanwyck and Burt Lancaster in it. And Sorry Wrong Number. So that's the one we're going to be seeing tonight, and you guys will hear all about it tomorrow night. So with that, I'm out of here. It's been a great day, and we've enjoyed it. And yeah, we're gonna go for a walk, and we're gonna be hitting high temperatures this week. We got 112 coming on Friday, and I'm sort of like, I have to say this, I am extremely grateful. I have solar panels on the roof in this house, and it's rent, and they just sent me a document that I signed the other day that said that they are giving me a flat rate on the solar lease / energy usage, because there's probably times I'm going to go over, especially with the summer and that, because I think I'm leasing the power from the solar panels or something. But I've got a flat rate, so I thought, oh, maybe I can keep the house a little cooler. But we're keeping 74 during the day and 70 at night, so I can sleep. Got to have the cooler temperatures to sleep. But yeah, we're meant to be hitting 112 on Friday. That's going to be fun. Anyway, that's it. I'm out of here. I'm going to go take Zeffy for a walk in about an hour, when it's hopefully cooled down a little bit further, because we got to 100 and I don't know what today. I think it was 102. I don't know. I don't remember. It was 78 when we went for a walk this morning, though. It was hot. Anyway, that's it. I'm out of here. Go out and have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we'll catch you guys back here tomorrow night to hear about Sorry Wrong Number. And if you have seen Rear Window, let us know in the comments below. What were your favorite scenes in that? What did you like about it? And if you have seen Sorry Wrong Number, also too, let us know what your thoughts are about that movie. Did you like it? What were your favorite parts from Sorry Wrong Number? Yes, we're going to see that one tonight, so I'm looking forward to that. But go and have a super fantastic sparkling evening. We'll catch you here tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific. Hei konara.